Boom. We're full-time podcast boys, dude.
This is what we got. Hopefully it ends up being good quality. You look good. Do you have a microphone that you're going to be able to talk into for the duration of this podcast?
Sorry. I was holding my phone talking to you and forgot that might be necessary. Here's what I'll tell you about this microphone, you piece of shit. I've put it in my ass. I've put it in my mouth.
Really?
It gets away from me.
You've only had that thing for I gave it to you a month ago.
Yeah, that's the problem with it.
And it's fully been around since then, huh?
You leave a fucking full-blown Yancelot just hanging around, he'll put stuff inside of him. I'll tell you that.
All right, so first of all, we have to shout out. We're live. We're going. You good?
Yep, let's roll.
All right. I want to apologize to our listeners because I think if they're watching the video that Yancey's going to be fuzzy as hell. I don't know how this is going to turn out. But either way, we're going to have a sick-ass cast. Here's what we need to start off with. Before we tell everybody to like, comment, subscribe, McCoy left us a YouTube comment. Are you aware of this? Okay, I should have pulled it up before we started this entire podcast, but...
That make too much sense. Knock it off, huh?
I'll go find it right now. Will you tell people to do the shit that they're supposed to do?
Y'all listen to this. I see all you guys. You see me and you go, oh, sick. New cast was badass, dude. How are you and Braxton still doing the cast? He's in Texas. Y'all listen. Take a second to like, share, subscribe, do the thing. And if none of that works for you, Venmo is $25 and we'll put something in our ass. Whatever it takes to get the word out.
Damn, you really mean it too, don't you?
We're going to start a completely separate YouTube channel where everything you Venmo, I will put stuff in my ass, and then we'll try and get ads on that or however revenue works. At some point, the season's slow. I'm working on Tyler. I'm trying to get a sponsor. He hasn't found where we can fit synergy into the whole podcast, even though the whole podcast started with synergy. But we're doing
Brother, let me tell you this. First of all, expert riffing. Done by a pro. And then I'd like to also say, here's McCoy, our boy, dude. He commented on our YouTube video 1 month ago and said, straight comedy. These East Idaho good boys will keep your mind thinking and your body laughing. There hasn't been a better duo. The Redneck Mechanic is my favorite, but if you're looking for more than bar fun and tricking women, the 26-year-old retiree will take the podcast to other departments. Dude, he could write bios for us.
Shit, we're going to have to get him in the fucking editing room, huh?
That was nice, huh?
That's fucking badass, dude. That makes me happy.
So we got that, and I didn't see it. It was up there for a month before I went, we got a YouTube comment. And it was our boy.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know what? It makes me feel super full of myself, but I fucking have been watching our podcast on YouTube on the dashboard everywhere I drive.
Dude, this shit's so cool.
It's me.
If it was actually like funny and good, that podcast that we did, I would be watching it also.
You're not making me happy. Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to get feedback from the dogs, and if they like the cast, you're going to have to leave it. You're going to have to get over that little voice in your head.
We can do a vote. Good. We'll leave it to a vote. I'm okay with that, but I'm telling you. But I'm not taking votes from people that don't sit down, watch it, fucking start to finish. And I can't be getting anybody in trouble, dude.
Let's do one better. One vote. McCoy. He listens to the new
Oh,
pod.
no. He's pro everything we do, dude. He's a fan. Here's what we need to do is we need to get that podcast reviewer that we were talking about sending our podcast to and have him watch it, and he'll tell us if we need to delete it or not.
We'll do that.
And then we'll end up in a top 10 article for like podcast of the year or whatever.
Gonna have to, dude. Minus, do you ever worry that if someone could hack like your computer or wherever you store all this shit that we record, that there would be a solid 20 minutes of you saying the N-word the first 3 episodes before you stop doing it?
Just me? Just me, dude?
Yeah, what you talking? I don't even know what it is. I've never said it, dude.
I forgot that was funny as hell that I would go, oh, and one more thing, guys. That's just something I had to bleep.
And another thing.
Beep. Here's what I can tell you is you texted me, and I don't think we've talked about this. You texted me on the late night and told me to ask you on the podcast why Tyler is wound tighter than us. Does this sound familiar?
I do remember this. Can we talk for about 3 minutes while I figure out how to put this into good story form?
Yes.
It is the best, though, dude, and you're going to love it. No, fuck it. I'm going in on it now.
All right, so, if you think you got it, dude.
I was thinking about how I always call our back jaws God's balloon knot. And it finally made sense to me. I was sitting there pondering, trying to figure out why people like Tyler are wound tighter than me. Why do they take everything more serious than me? You know, and what I think it is I think that we grow on a tree like coconuts do, and God is the tree. And our assholes
the tree of
are
life.
Connected, and there's Mexican workers that run an assembly line for sure. They pick.
Could be any color.
Yeah, they pick the people, place them down. And I think what they do is they take their hand and they put it on you and spin you, and that's what breaks you off.
Okay.
Right off the tree. And I think that
sent you down the
Tyler's
assembly
was
line.
just a little stronger, and they spun him a couple of times.
They got him wound up.
Yeah.
Start spinning him on the tip of their finger.
You ain't shit. And I think his asshole's wound tighter than the rest of us. And that was, whether that's good or not, or it stays in the podcast or doesn't, that is.
No, that is good, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And obviously, like, just, you know how sensitive I am about talking about inappropriate things on the podcast. I can tell you firsthand experience how tight his asshole is, but I'm not gonna freaking put him on blast or throw anybody under the bus, dude.
Nice, dude.
I obviously wouldn't do anything like that.
Oh, yep. I just checked my notes and it says twist your balloon knot for settings. So that's what that meant.
Crank her up, dude. Dial it up to 10. We gonna twist that balloon knot. That's funny as fudge.
So what's new in Las Tejas? You had some shitty Mexican food. You said that.
We had the worst Mexican food. It didn't end up on the podcast, but it's not even worth broadcasting to the universe. The shit was no bueno. The weather's been a little iffy, so we've been diving into the video games. Here's the other thing. Turns out, sure, the weather's iffy, but it's just going to continue to be like 68 degrees and 15-mile-an-hour winds. So we're done waiting out for sunshine. This week, I got a massive to-do list of fun shit to do. We're going to get back to surfing. Today was sick. The last couple days were sick. Mad chores. Got all the laundry done. Cleaning shit. So we're ready to hit it hard. Now check this out. If everybody didn't stop listening with me droning on just there, this is the sickest shit of all time. This weekend, we're going to visit my aunt in Austin, Texas. And so I think we're going to go to the comedy mothership, Joe Rogan's Comedy Club.
Shut the fuck up.
Yo, and then this is, some other people probably know this already, but I got on to see who was going to be there. And it's just, like every night, they do
pause.
a lineup.
Do you need anything
Pause.
this way? Nope, I'm good. You can call tonight if you want. Huh? Come over here. Josue the other day.
Is our boy here, dude?
Yeah, Breydan was playing the podcast, and Josue said, Mr. Yancey has a podcast?
Oh, dude, we got a guest.
Lean down.
You got something to share?
Are you retarded? You ever seen a kid?
You throw him on your podcast
If you
and call him retarded immediately?
laying in a ditch, dying, and you had 2 sentences to say to everyone that was ever going to hear your voice, what would it be?
Why me? Oh no.
What?
That's all he's got.
Get me out of here.
Josue, he's fucking signing out. Bitch.
All right, dude,
No,
we signed
you're
it
good.
up.
What were you asking before that?
If I could just start on that service, please, tomorrow.
Yeah, you can leave. You're good. I'm going to get fucking wasted and do a podcast, so no work's going to happen today. For sure. Hey, I might call you for a ride. You want to drink the rest of that vodka at the house? You down? Hey, when you get home, there's sugar on the counter, Kool-Aid packets in my cupboard. Why don't you make a fresh gallon of Kool-Aid and we'll get hopped up, huh? Don't overdo that sugar. My taste buds will notice. All right, dude, that's what's going on with that. Turns out me and little
I know.
Josue.
Yeah, dude.
What?
Just Kool-Aid. Just like, hey, I need you to get home. Need you to break into the cupboard and get a gallon of Kool-Aid.
Oh, dude, I made the funniest joke yesterday. So, Mop Dog, Gene.
Hold
Breydan.
on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you fucking see this dog and sunset that Katie's checking out right now?
Dude, Ellie's always been the best, and that's never going to change. We hate
That's
the
the
parts of her that makes her a fucking little scavenger, but I think you said to me once, we're all a little homeless at heart, so we can't blame her.
Dude, we are
The funniest thing you said about her is I was like, God, you can't beat that out of that dog. You're like, I've hit her. I've kicked her. I've yelled at her. I've talked to her. She will not stop, and we're just going to have to accept that she eats fucking trash.
We're out of ideas, dude.
Yeah, we've tried it.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. That just stoked me up. But you were saying not
The
about
joke
Kool-Aid, about something
yesterday,
else.
mustache firefighter guy.
Mm-hmm. Our boy, Bradley.
And Mop Dog and Gene and Breydan and Dustin were standing next to truck 13. Finally, after a year, I figured out what's wrong with the cruise control. Thank God. But I'm staring at the computer, figuring out what's going on with the cruise control, and Josue's standing next to me. And someone said his name, and they said, it's Josue. And they're talking about it. And so I do an impression of him, which is spot on to anyone.
You do a good Josue impression?
Yeah. He always goes, hey, is there anything you'd like me to do, Mr. Yancey? And that is identical.
That's
couldn't
word
tell
for
that
that's
he was
it.
talking or I wasn't. But
Perfect
they
impression.
said something about his name, and then I look at him. They all started talking. They missed the joke, but it was all time. I looked at him, and I said, my dream was always to come to America and straight up my Chevy, because he's got a half-ton Chevy pickup. That's what it was. He started his pickup with his phone, and everyone went, God damn, whose truck's that? Josue's. Oh, no shit, that's his truck. And I said, my dream was always to come to America straight up my Chevy. And he fucking laughed, dude. They all missed it and kept talking, but it was fucking, it was gold.
You gave him a zing? You gave him a fucking zinger. Well, dude, and you are grounding.
This goddamn shop zinging. You're out of your fucking mind. Dude.
You know what I heard today, dude? I heard a little sweetheart of mine say that out of all my friends and stuff that you are, she said, like, you grounded her, like you had she related to you the most. Obviously, you guys have drug pasts in your youth and all sorts of stuff. And I went, yeah, dude, that's just what he does. He's a grounding force. You put him somewhere, and everybody around just goes, oh, fuck, dude, we're touching grass all of a sudden, brother.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I think the part of that for me or the part of that I would agree with is that I've done enough crazy shit that when people are letting themselves mentally start spiraling out, I'm like, whoa, hey, we could be shooting up black tar heroin. Let's we could probably get through this pretty quick.
Yeah. You've been to the brinks. You've been to the frickin'.
You
You've
ain't
taken
shit.
it as far as it can go.
Dude, that's new
Yep.
news. So I've decided, I told Breydan this the other day, if I kill myself, I'm just... Here's
When?
how the conversation went.
Yeah.
I said,
Not if, but when.
When I kill myself, I'm not going to use a gun or anything. I'm just going to get like 4 times the normal dose of black tar heroin, shoot up and fade into the abyss. And he kind of laughed
Right.
sitting across my desk from me. And then I said, but you know my luck, someone would hit me with Narcan and I'd just wake back up and shit, throw the next 20 years of my life away doing fucking heroin.
Damn, dude, that would happen too. And honestly, not that bad either. Not a bad outcome, dude. I'm telling you, out of all the things to be addicted to, like, it'd be sick to try out heroin for a little while. And I'll tell you another thing. Me and Mason watched a film starring Mila Kunis called 4 More Days, where she's that drug addict. Have you seen it? And she's like, so the whole Mila Kunis plays a heroin addict, like a bad addict that steals from her family and shit. And the movie picks up. She's showing up at her mom's house like, Mom, I got to get clean. Please let me in. And you can tell that Mom's been through this shit. And she's like, nope, you leave. You come back like when you're clean. But I'm not letting you in this house. So the whole point of the movie is she's waiting to get the shot that keeps her from getting high. Have you heard about this? There's a shot that makes it so opiates don't work on you for a month. So if you're clean, you can get the shot. And then for a month, even if you take opiates or drink beer, you don't get fucked up. It reduces your desire to drink. So the whole
Go for that, huh?
So the whole bullshit about this movie is she's got 4 days before she's clean and can take the shot and is kind of like scot-free, is in the clear for a month. But it's going to be a hellish 4 days of not getting high, you know, going through withdrawals. Yep. Me and Mason watched it 3 years ago and thought, wow, what an incredible, moving, heart-wrenching movie. Just terrific. Mila Kunis is my queen. Dude, me and Katie Bug watched it again last week. 6 out of 10, maybe 5 out of 10, dude. It's not that good. It's just out of touch. And you know those out of touch Hollywood movies about drug, like where they talk about drug use, and you go, oh, this is nothing like what the family dynamic is like.
For sure.
This is, you know what I mean?
100%.
Just as out of touch and white and gentrified.
All right.
So anyway, that's all. Yeah, I just watched a movie that was
Stop
bullshit.
using words I don't know. First things.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Second,
gentrified.
fuck Mila Kunis. Dude, I would. Fuck
Dude,
her.
literally,
I'd be so
yeah.
into her.
Holy Lord.
I'd be the
I
sweetest
would
dude.
make her freaking bacon and eggs every morning, dude.
Dude, I would snuggle her when we got done fucking.
Really?
Yeah,
You've
like
never done
little
that.
Like I would lay my head in between her neck and jaws, Zach Bryan would say, and just.
But you've never snuggled anybody after sex.
No, that's a lie. I'm a full-time snuggler, dude. If we're
You've
in
done
bed,
it before?
I'm snuggling, dude. I snuggle heavy. I'm a full-time snuggling Idaho boy.
Oh, bro, I've been It's actually, the weather's perfect for sleeping because it gets down to like 60.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just get nice and cool and cozy and snuggle up next to your sweetheart. Dude, I've been sleeping like a little baby.
Dude, that's my favorite.
Can I tell you another cool thing that happened?
You can tell me anything you want to, but I might not listen, so that's on you.
No biggie. So I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and there's an
Ooh,
online.
pause.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you. Earlier
Uh-huh.
at the start of this, you said that you and Katie Bug have been full-time video gaming. Do you guys get along while you game? Or do we?
Yeah, no, dude. No, it's like a match made in heaven. It's lit.
And also, is she like a good gamer, or like those girls that are like, oh, I game, and then they suck at everything?
So she is the second type, mostly, but
Nice.
we haven't been gaming together. It's been fucking nice. So I'll tell you the setup, dude. Is Alex, I won't say his last name. We're a fucking nationally syndicated podcast, dude. Fuck. So he he goes, hey, you want to play this?
Him on Facebook. He's the little guy.
He's you can find him. He's sitting there next to Joe Rogan. He's about 8 inches shorter. So anyway, there's Red Dead Redemption, the cowboy game. There's a whole online world you can just hop in, and me and Alex are just cruising around on horseback, just freaking roping bucks and shooting bad guys and fucking robbing stagecoaches and shit. And we had a blast for like 4 hours, just talked to him on the phone. And my sweetheart fires up the Nintendo Switch and fucking plays a game where she's like a kitty cat on an island or something.
Which is a solid
And then,
move.
yeah, because she just wants to sparkle and play, dude. You know women, they want to sparkle and play. Matt McCusker said that a while back, and I think it's true. Pretty girls just want to sparkle and play, dude. It's all that they want. They
Nothing
just want
wrong
pretty
with it.
things, they want shiny things, and they want to just have fun and enjoy it. That's sick, dude. We can help them do that.
The only thing wrong with any of that is their communication.
Mm-hmm. Well, that can
Instead
get a
of-
little
in-
jammed up.
Instead of firing up the Switch, just tell me who you want to play, honey. I'll hand you a controller.
Oh, yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying is it's been sick because she just zones in, does her thing, fires up a podcast. I was like chatting with Alex, having a blast. It's been lit. So the video game stuff's been
I
cool.
love looking at you.
Thank you. But
It
this,
makes me excited to get to see your punk ass.
the video game stuff's been cool. But then Friday or Saturday, my mom texted me and said like it was a thing of like 5 things to do in Port Aransas this weekend, like a Facebook post or what. And I went, don't try and get me out of the house, lady. I fucking drove 1,000 miles away from everybody so I could stay in the goddamn house.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
God, mothers, they'll get away from you too.
They will, but
Ooh, speaking of that, I'll talk about that. My mom called me, and this whole fucking court thing with I've got her papers, and she put a bunch of fucking bullshit in there. I won't get into that. My mom called me yesterday and just wants to fucking chat and talk about my dad and just all this shit.
yeah.
And I am to the point I'm biting my tongue. Like, as she's talking, I say, yep, don't even care about that kind of shit. Don't even, yep. Cool.
Yeah.
It was so hard for me not to go, shut the fuck up! I don't care about whatever's going on with fucking everyone. Come in here. Right now. Breydan's feeling the fucking hooch. He's standing over at the fucking door.
Oh, is he going, oh, I want to
Careful.
play?
Hey, keep in mind, we're recording this, and this is going to be on the podcast.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
have
dude.
30
Mary Ann's going to hear it.
Whatever you want.
I just want to say hi to Braxton. That's all. That's all I want.
Tell him Mary Ann's going to hear this, dude.
He said, tell him what?
Mary Ann is going to hear this.
Marianne's going to hear this, so keep that in mind.
So,
I just want to say hello.
hey, dude. Dude, fucking, what up, bro? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Something good. If you were dying in the street, you had one sentence to say, what would it be? Marianne, give me my balls back.
Okay.
That not it? That's not the fit, huh? Did you leave me a beer? Woo! All right, well, turns out, podcast listeners, Breydan's still retarded.
True, and it's hard to fall into a podcast groove with the lag associated with phone calls and whatnot.
I think it's better than it's ever been. I think that it used to make it feel like, to me, and this is an internal feeling, that it was a nuisance to like, Braxton's got to drive down from St. Anthony just to sit here for 2 hours so we can pod, sit across from each other. This is so goddamn convenient. I fucking love
That's
it.
true.
I'll deal with the lag and all the other bullshit.
I'm very excited for it, too, and I do want to get into a groove where we're, like, ripping 2 a week, and then we can kind of fucking, fall in.
The thing that's going to make that happen is if I have to go buy my own computer and just have it set up, have a backpack that's like, oh, you want a pod? Rip it out and get it
Plug
done.
it in, you're good to go. I think that's true.
I don't know why
think you can
did
do all
this.
of...
I said rip it out and pod, and then I did a keyboard motion with my hands. We don't type to pod.
Well, you just it's just like jump cut to you like typing really fast on a computer and then going, "We're in." And like,
We're
hold
in.
on.
Dude, that's
Hold on,
nice.
dude, check it
That felt good.
out. We're in. Anyway, here's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying, but oh yeah, your mom was yammering about some fucking bullshit, huh?
She was, and let me tell you something. I love my mom more than anything, and Breydan doesn't even know I have a mom because every time I talk about his, I say, and you can't make fun of my mom because I don't have one. Me and my dad share yours.
That's right.
But
you
I
share
do
Brayden's
actually, truth be told, I do have a mother, and I love her to death, and I want to hear everything she has to say. I was just so overwhelmed with what's going on in my life. It's like on that phone call, I didn't have room to bitch about the regular shit you want to bitch about. I got enough going on. I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want to talk about the rest of everyone's shit.
Well, and there's something cool and normal about like sharing what you're going through, or even just gossiping or chatting with like your family or people close to you. But also, you just got to have enough couth every once in a while to be like, have I been complaining for 10 minutes and he hasn't said a single word back to me? Maybe I ought to change directions or just let him go for a bit. But that's just, that's stuff we all put up with it in relationships.
Take the temperature of the room. What's your audience about? They're not liking what you're saying? Let's shut it down.
I've never been so scared to smoke this cigarette indoors than I am right now.
Dude, I thought I watched you pull it out, and I thought about lighting up in this office and opening my window.
Dude.
Tyler would have a full-time fit, dude. He would be pissed.
He would fire you.
You think so?
I don't think he would. No, I don't
Dude,
think he
I know.
would.
Me and Dustin were talking about it yesterday. I was like, God, I really wonder what it's going to take for Tyler to fire me.
It takes a lot, dude. It would take something where it was out of his hands. He would have to go, I wish I didn't have to do this. But you got hammered and you drove a semi-truck 95 miles an hour down the freeway. Like, you got to go.
I love that for me.
I'm afraid that this is going to make my camper smell like cigarettes for a month.
It won't. Just open your window and just leave it open. Let the whole thing air out.
Here's the other problem with that, though, is I'm going to open that window and just keep yelling into this microphone foul things all night,
Do
and
you
then my
have
whole
a side
RV
window?
park. I got one right behind me, and this is towards the front of my
And you don't
camper.
have one on the side of your slide out?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're not going to be blowing smoke directly behind you, so blow it out the one on the side, huh? But open both of them.
So we get a little draft going.
And also, good news is, even if you yell foul shit and the neighbors fucking hear, they're not going to know you. You're in Texas with a bunch of fucking strangers for a couple months.
Oh, they know me, dude. They know me.
If
We
you
say
want
hi
to,
to
if
each
you want
other
to
all
take
the
me off
time.
your earphones and put me on speaker, I'll yell the N-word.
I know you will. No, they know me. I'm getting in with the neighborhood now. I'm getting pretty popular, honestly. But, oh my God. Brother, can I tell you about a miracle that happened, or you got to text your girlfriends?
No, I don't. My mom texted me about my grandpa and the other girl. She can sit on ice. And then the wonderful girl I'm in court with just won't quit fucking beating me down.
Yeah, it gets pretty fun. A miracle happened, bro.
I can't wait to hear it.
So, our lease is up here January 1st, right? And so I got to find another RV park to go to. And so I've called around, and nobody has anything available, or they won't answer their phone. And I'm like, God damn, dude. Maybe I'll just play more Xbox and see what happens. And then 2 days ago, I get a call at 7:45 in the evening, and it's the place we're staying at. It's the resort. And they said, hey, we had a cancellation. Do you still want to stay? It's till April 1st if you just wanted to stay in that same spot. And I said, oh, It's a Christmas miracle. Yes, I do.
No
So we're
shit.
booked till
You're
April
staying
1st,
till
dude.
April, bro?
I don't have to move a damn thing. We're
you're
just
moving
here.
to Texas.
Yeah, till April.
No, I think you're not going to come back.
I'm coming back, dude. This is not sustainable. I'm not going to fucking say anything I shouldn't be saying, but this is not going to last for like an entire year.
Okay, fair enough.
This will make it till spring. We'll get out of here.
I
It'll be
could
nice
see you
if-
falling in love with it and just living somewhere else, though.
I could. I very well could. I think I could settle in. Honestly, can I say another thing? Is a buddy of mine just got a job at, I think, Costco or Winco, stocking shelves for like $20 an hour. I don't.
For how
No.
much? Fuck, dude, I'll quit this
$20
job.
an hour.
You're telling $20 an hour to stock shelves? I'll quit Synergy tomorrow. Tyler,
Time-
this is formally your 2-week notice. I'm out.
Time and a half on Sundays. $28,
And you're going to be here in this
$30
next
an
week,
hour.
so you got 1 week. I'm gone, dude.
Yeah, dude. See, yeah. So $30 an hour on Sundays. My point being, I sometimes dream about a lifestyle like that. Like if I just had a sweetheart I loved and a 40-hour job that didn't matter and paid the bills.
That's probably the play.
It's kind of like my speed, but I don't know. I was jealous though when I heard about that. I was like, "Oh, cool, just a kick-ass like low-stress job that's making good, decent money."
Dude, I love that for you. I love that for me. That's why I want to be a
So.
parts guy.
You'd be a good parts guy. Oh, they're
I would be.
sweethearts.
Is it?
I
Hey,
do
put her
that
on the
thing that you
mic.
do?
Make Katie Bug say something right now.
Get on the microphone. You gotta get on here if you're in.
Hey, tell her what I. Yep.
2 sentences you wanted to share with the whole.
What
world
would
as
she
you were
tell the
dying.
whole world?
What are your last 2 sentences you have to share with the whole world?
Brown your butter when you're making chocolate chip cookies.
What's it? And
Oh, that's a
And-
necessity.
he says it's a necessity. I know.
If you don't brown your butter, I'm out.
Okay. You're cute though. Look at you.
Thank you, Mama. You cute as fuck too, girl.
she heard that.
She's
what's
the
second
sweetest.
one?
Are you on the microphone, Katie Bug?
Yeah. Well, we're browning
Nice.
our butters, yes, and then we're going to.
And what else?
Dinosaur chicken nuggets are better than regular ones.
You're not wrong. You're
We'll
not
argue
wrong.
about-
Dino Nuggies are where it's at.
They're just like.
Are they the same but shaped like dinosaurs? Or are
No,
they made out of
taste
dinosaur
better.
meat?
They're made out of dinosaur meat. There's a farm in
Okay.
Africa. They don't talk about it on
Okay.
mainstream media, but they do have a farm of dinosaurs, dude.
Okay.
Oh, fun fact. They took,
What else you
you're going to have woolly mammoths in 2 years. That process has
Here?
started. They took woolly mammoth
like
DNA.
cloning
They took woolly mammoth DNA from finding fossils, and they put it with the closest relative that's an African elephant, and they've started the pregnancy has already started, but I think an elephant carries a baby for 28 months to be full term.
It's like one of the longest term pregnancies an elephant has.
And whales
So
probably.
imagine
huh?
whales, yeah, just like
Dude,
large
I'd
mammals,
fucking knock a
dinosaurs.
whale up, I'll tell you what.
I'd knock a whale out, dude. You
Nice.
Can I smoke a cigarette here and open these doors? I'm so scared it's
Like
gonna
inside
make.
of
Yes.
it? Oh, I don't care.
I'm so frightened.
That's the last thing I could ever care about.
All right, well, we're gonna try it
I-
out. We're
The
like,
only thing is I'd want some.
and we're like 20, 30 minutes in.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I'll call you back when I need help with the cigarette.
Me?
Yeah.
Dude,
All right, anyway.
I'm so fucking
what-
happy for you. Katie Bug's the shit. You're
Isn't she
living
the best?
Dude, a year ago you were sitting in the same four walls with me, like really not enjoying how life was, and now you're just a year later in fucking Texas with your sweetheart, your BBG, learning how to surf. Fucking Ellie's there, dude. You're fucking living. I'm
yeah,
fucking
you're
happy
right.
for you, B Train.
Thank you so much. And what's sick about it is, I don't know, the whole fucking thing probably.
Yeah, you ain't shitting.
Oh yeah, well I don't know, it's just nothing changes if nothing changes, and I've been so sad before, and I've been sad and not changed anything, and I've been sad and changed things, and I was sad a year ago, and I said, God, I wonder if I could change some shit, and we like changed as much as we possibly could externally.
Bruh.
So I guess now we'll just go
You
inward
can't
and see what we
change-
can do.
You can't change at a faster rate without ending up a junkie. You rode that line the whole time. You changed as much as you could without picking up a heroin habit.
I'm surprised I didn't have a lot of like business ideas and like get rich quick schemes the whole time.
See,
I
that's
wasn't
where
trying
I'm
to-
at.
I should have been acquiring copper. What I need from you is to get a $300 laptop so we can do this at any point. But continue.
I'm on it. Tuesday, I'll buy one. Will
But,
you
sorry,
research?
If you're on heroin, you say?
Will you research which one I need to get from Walmart? I'll go Tuesday and buy one.
Yeah, and it'll be cheap and easy. You don't need anything fancy.
Nice.
It's got to connect to the internet and run on.
Can I watch porn on it? Can I save porn on it?
Yes. What's the deal with when people get busted with child porn? They have like terabytes of it. They have like 1,000 hard drives.
Yeah, the guys that get busted with child porn don't have one video. I'll say that.
You think it's people lie? It's a setup? False flag?
No, not at all. I think that if you got busted with child porn, there was probably 600 plus files of this shit.
Okay. They don't have just one. It's like a Lay's potato chip, but underage.
Well, it's like if you searched my Google or searched my browser history and you said, I wonder how many times this guy has watched BBWs get throat fucked. Mm-hmm. The number would be outrageous. They're like,
you can't count that high.
3 times in one day? This is ridiculous.
Well, this isn't a unique idea, and it's not mine, but put that ass away when you're on camera. There's a day. I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
One day our internet history is going to be out there to the whole world, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're not, at a certain point, just everybody's going to know everything about everybody. And at that point, it'll take the sting away from it, you know?
It would too. I don't think
for some of us.
I don't think that'll happen with child porn. I think
no, it won't take the sting. You get out your 15 terabytes and you're like, yeah, I guess you were Googling some weird stuff. Here's what I got. It's just 100 hard drives. Anyway, enough of that, but I'm so scared of this, bruh.
Knock it the fuck off and light it, you fucking pussy. Sack up. Jesus Christ. I'm half tempted to smoke a cigarette in this fucking office.
Dude. Don't tell any of the grown-ups in my life.
I love that. Number 2,
I guess
why is it so frowned upon to once in a while smoke a cigarette indoors? My first wife, Danielle, her mother, Amy, had a beautiful house, beautiful home, well put together. She took very good care of it. It was her whole life. She was a single woman, but she had a beautiful home. And there was ashtrays on the counter. And from the looks of this home, you would never guess that anyone would ever smoke a cigarette in there. And then sometimes, just on Friday night when the family's over, she'll pull out a pack of cigarettes, set an ashtray out, and everyone will just sit and smoke in the living room and laugh with the window cracked.
Really?
And you'd never know it.
Dude, honestly, that almost makes me like emotional how sweet that is.
Everything's awesome. But she'll just on a Friday night when the family's over go, fuck it, here's an ashtray. I'll light up.
That's so magic.
And every time, I know what you're dealing with, because every goddamn time I'd feel like, I shouldn't be doing this.
I'll bet. And I kind of feel that way in a bar that is a smoking bar, and I look down at like the other guys sitting there, and I go, is my smoke going in? We're inside.
Oh,
what is
shit.
this?
You come to a smoking bar and I'm smoking, I don't give a fuck where that smoke's going. You knew what we did inside here when you came in here. You don't be fussing about it. It's like going to a strip club and getting pissed off you saw a titty. Knock it off.
Well, and I guess it's kind of a generational thing, too, because people older than us were smoking indoors for 30 years or their whole lives.
And even if they didn't smoke, everyone in the house smoked anyway.
True that. Let me ask you this, dude. A couple things. One is, this is pretty cool. 2, I just don't want all my stuff to smell like cigarette smoke. But finally, this is what Katie was talking about, where you ground her and make her feel a little more comfortable. Is because you're my only friend that would go, hell yeah, light a cigarette indoors. Of course, dude. What are you talking about?
Get it done, dude.
Everybody else I know would say, you can't smoke a cigarette in there. You're going to ruin it.
If there was a serious argument for a reason that you shouldn't, I would never encourage you to do it if I really thought there would be harm. But smoking a cigarette in your own camper that you paid less than $10,000 for, spark up, buddy. Who gives a fuck?
Thank you. I always say that is the beauty of having a $10,000 home.
Yeah.
Is I go, we'll be all right. I can replace it. I can work for a few months and just buy another house.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of having Tyler around. You'd immediately just have a manager's position again.
Oh,
He'd pay you your wage. The way he bitches about you not being here to do the paperwork, he would give you your same wage to come back and just do the paperwork, so he didn't have to.
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, I should talk to him about doing some remote work. How sick would that be if I just made a little coin scanning?
I'm telling you,
around.
it's the time to do it. He has not been happy with it because Dustin had his new house built, so he's been home doing his thing. He's not working over. Dustin's been here for 2 weeks, and guess what? He's going home Tuesday.
I talked to him about a week ago, and I said, Buddy, how's work now that you know waiting for you at home is a beautiful, gorgeous house with your family running around in it and land and space and a shop? And he says, yeah, it makes me want to go home.
Dude, he is a full-time going home after 2 weeks boy. He is traded out with
That's so
Tyler.
lit.
He's not carrying the brunt of it. They're both doing their equal shares. And
God, I love
Tyler would most definitely let you do some remote work.
Okay, I'm going to think about that. Give me just a second here.
Rip it. Yeah! Fuck that window.
All right, so what we're going to do,
That made me hard as fuck, dude.
do you have 1,000 podcasts? Do you have 1,000 topic ideas?
I'm sure as much as I miss you, B-Train, we could talk for hours and I
Well-
probably won't get sick of it.
We can do an exclusive podcast, Google Meet only special. It's high risk,
Whatever you
high
want.
reward. Well, hear me out, and then you can just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
I heard you out. Are you looking for the thumbs up or thumbs down now?
Yeah. All right, cool. Katie,
Whatever you want to do, dog. What, have we already recorded a pod?
Nah, we're 30 minutes in. This is an all-time exclusive special, though.
Nice.
Check this out, dude. This is a...
She is so goddamn
I
cute.
need you. I know. This is a bottomless reservoir of topics, dude. Check this shit out. This gal listens to so many lady podcasts full of, like, happenings and current events.
Nice. What's up with the
down
Mexican
here.
shit on her shirt, huh?
Hold on. You can ask her. Wait. Take this one. Sorry, dude. It's going to take some setup. Oh, look how magic and fun. This is going to be fun. People are going to like it. You have to talk into the microphone when you share cool things, though, or we'll be in
Okay,
trouble.
where are you ashing?
Now, all right, tell me what's been going on. Who's been getting freaking got lately?
Matt Rife.
No, let
Matt
me ask
Rife,
some
dude.
questions.
Yeah,
let me
you hear
ask
about
some
Matt Rife?
questions. You hush. You, how's Texas been? What's Texas been like since you guys went out there? Because I've heard Braxton's
Oh.
take on it.
Yeah, Texas is so Texas-y.
How was the travel out there? What was that like?
Oh, the travel out here, I mean, exhausting.
Was he
It's like-
was he wound
but it was-
up? Was he wound a little tight?
No, I don't know. I feel like,
I'm talking downtown Salt Lake City, rush hour traffic. Was he wound a little
that
tight?
was nuts. No, he was more, that's like the most impressed I've ever been with him.
I was
'Cause
zoned
did you
in.
hear,
He's the
like,
goat.
he's the best ever. I had to, so I use my phone as my disassociation tool. And when I'm too overwhelmed, I'll be on my phone. Otherwise, I have
When
a
you
pretty
use
good...
terms like that, it reminds me why I would call you a hippie and me not. Disassociation.
Disassociation.
I use my phone because I'm tired of staring at other shit. And you're like, well, it's disassociation. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay. So, but like I've been in a couple wrecks. I've been in bad weather wrecks specifically. So like that's a sensitive topic for my little head. And I've never like I've drove through like rain and weather like that. I've never done that with like a 40 foot trailer on the back in a giant truck. Like I can't even drive his truck because it's so big. I've never drove anything like this and it makes me anxious. And dude was just like tuned in and fine and was doing it better than I've seen anybody drive anything in any weather.
If you
It was
told him how
amazing.
shitty it was going to be before, he'd have been like, yeah, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What's going to happen? But then when he's
Yeah.
in the shit, he's the fucking goat.
He
Just
was
handles it
so
like a
good.
champ.
No, in any moment, because I would like try to come up and like try to like compliment him, and then it would scare me so bad. I'd just like go back into my phone, and I was just like, okay, we're gonna play puzzle games, so that I didn't have to like be aware of my surroundings.
Level 500 Candy Crush in like 30 minutes through Salt Lake traffic.
But I've like never been more impressed with him, and I think I tried to tell you that, but that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And then it just after that, then like New Mexico was just like kind of almost scary.
Isn't it
Which
scary?
where we camped.
What a dump. I've never been anywhere. I don't take my guns with me anywhere. I don't feel like I'm going to be in a gas station and someone's going to rob someone and I got to defend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't take them anywhere with me. Driving through New Mexico, going back and forth to Texas, I always made sure to have my gun with me. I'd have fucking native chicks walking up. I'll give you $1 for a ride. I'm not heading where you are. Well, are you going
No.
north? It don't matter. I'm not heading where you are. Get the fuck away from me. Take your fucking
It was nuts.
dollar
We
and
found a
move
cool
along.
We found a cool place in the national forest
No, where
to
we
camp
stayed
that was
beautiful.
sick.
Yeah,
That was
but
nice.
New Mexico itself, well, I hate to say it, but just like the reservations, and it's like, I don't know, it's tough to talk about because I like have an understanding of why they got that way and like all of the things I've, but it was.
All right, this is perfect, dude. We got enough content to coast through this. We're gonna need another cigarette. Don't go anywhere. Because here's what. First of all, Matt Rife was in a bundle of shit, dude.
You have that one open?
But second of all, yeah.
But he responded proper, didn't he?
No, I would say he's fine. Katie might have some different opinions. We'll get to it. But she also read the whole book on.
I didn't read the whole book. I read half the book.
She read half the book on what I think the 1920s around Oklahoma way. What we was doing to them what we was doing to them Native American folk. Dude, we were like, hey, they can't be trusted to like have all this money, so we'll assign them a white guardian, and then he'll just handle all the finances for these Indians that are having so much money because they got oil on their land and shit. Yeah, and this was like 100 years ago. This wasn't a long time ago.
If you leave white men unchecked, the internet was the best goddamn thing for white men. You leave us unchecked long enough, we'll take advantage of everyone. We'll trick them. We can't behave. If we know no one's looking, we'll do the wrong thing every fucking time. We know
That's the one thing with this, like, reading back then, I keep, like, in this book that I've read, I've met 100 characters because it's historically accurate. It's a true story. The entire last quarter of the book is just citations of like true stories and where he got all this information. I've found 5 good people in this entire book. Like everyone back then was just like the most diabolical, debaucherous human that you could have ever met.
That's the part that makes sense, KD. I probably would have got along with the other 95% of the people in the book and been like, oh shit, sweet idea, dude. Let's trick him.
No, I mean, you don't even blame him at some point. If 90% of the world is wrong, like you have to have like the most beautiful, and like the 5 good people have these absurdly like cruel upbringings that are like, of course you figured out what was right because from the day you were born, you've just been seeing like men slaughtered and
they
like
had their
right
spirit
and wrong.
Broke at a young age.
Yeah, like the number one guy that's like the best guy in this book was raised in a prison. Like his dad was the ward of a prison in Oklahoma, and he's the only.
I
good guy
don't
in the
mean to
book.
put myself places, but I think I would function well in that environment.
I believe.
I could live on prison rules for sure.
You'd have to shave your head, but other than that, I think you'd spit
Dude,
right
I'm getting
in.
close. My hairline is fucked,
Oh,
dude.
boy. You don't have to put that. We're national
I got
podcast,
hair
dude. We have
lines for you.
dozens of
Hold on,
listeners.
Mace
Don't
Dog's
show 'em your
calling me.
hairline.
Ooh, we're going to put him on the...
Yeah.
I can't patch him in without doing the whole thing. I'm going to message him.
Well,
He's
you
at
put him on
home. He
speaker.
wants to get drunk tonight.
Oh, cool. So, I don't know if you have any cool things that happened to these Indian folks, but
I wasn't
so
even
Matt
done
Rife told
asking
a
my
hilarious-
questions.
Okay, go ahead.
You keep going back to this goddamn Matt Rife thing.
I know,
Make
but
it
if
not
you keep
about you
asking,
for a
if
second,
you keep
huh?
asking questions, not making it not about me. You ask questions, and then you guys say nice things about me, and if we do that for an hour, it's gonna be
Hold
the
on,
lamest podcast.
that's not what we're doing. What we did was we talked about after you got to Texas. Our first podcast was talking about your journey to Texas and how that looked for you. So I'm just trying to get a brief 10 minutes of how it looked for Katie because it's probably going to be different. So fill
No
all our
way,
listeners in, dude. All right, so you
no,
traveled across New Mexico. Get off the mic. Get off it. You're up. So
got
what
to
was getting to
Texas.
Texas like?
It was, I don't know, it's just lots of driving.
Nice. What's
not
the
like-
surf
it
been
wasn't-
like?
we
You been
listened to a
shredding
book.
R?
We went surfing twice now.
I've
Nice.
gone surfing 3 to 4 times.
Well, we had a surfboard for 2 days.
Nice.
So, like, I think maybe you went 3 times. I
This
went
is
twice.
what the listeners needed to know.
I don't know. We got to Texas, and that was really nice. We stayed at that country artist. We stole a sign. Do you want to see the sign?
I would
stole
love
that.
nothing more than to see whatever you
Of
stole.
course,
That's
we
my
went to an RV park, and Katie found something worth stealing, dude.
Mace
It
Dog
says-
said, well, god damn it.
Not responsible for accidents. And we
I wish
stole
I knew
the
how to
sign
flip
from
this.
the Waylon Jennings.
What does it say? You guys stole a fucking sign?
It says
Yeah,
not
I
dude.
couldn't be
responsible
more
for
proud.
accidents.
You're the shit.
Do you know what I stole this today too, sort of. It was on the side of the road.
My
so look at
screen
the
went
speed.
black.
It works.
Oh, yeah, hold on. We might have technical difficulties.
Well, you're
Screen.
What'd you dust off last night that was the funniest thing in the world?
Your funniest joke all of last heating season. You used to say, in your heart, do you truly believe that Sandy Hook happened, yes or no? At random. And it made me laugh every fucking time.
You hit somebody with that today? Was
Yeah,
it like
no,
a parts
I hit
guy?
everyone at the party last night at the manager's house. We had, dude, fucking Jake Clayton, both the Moppins, all the fucking new
Whoa.
Swampers, me, Dustin.
Did that get people fired up?
They didn't really know how to handle it. I think
Well,
maybe 50% of them didn't know what I meant by Sandy Hook. Was probably
I figured most of them would be confused. They go, did Sandy Hook, yeah, there's beaches. What are you talking about?
I fucking laughed, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, and that's why we do comedy, dude, is it's for us sometimes. At least that's what Matt Rife was saying. So that's a little and that's just
Dude, that
professional
was a nice
podcasting
segue,
for you
dude.
guys. He told a hilarious joke that went like, you see a gal, how's it go?
So I think his special starts off and it goes, I walked into a Waffle House the other day and the hostess had a black eye, the lady who was seating us. And I just thought, how crazy is it to have the face of your company, your hostess, have a black eye? Why not put that girl in the kitchen? And everyone went, It was funny.
Fucking nice. That's a good
was
joke.
so
well,
fun.
it's a good premise.
Right,
He
Well,
could've
now
worded
hold
it
on,
better.
Katie
But
keeps
it's not
doing this.
done.
There's more.
And he said, that's funny. And then they said, but if she would have been in the kitchen and knew what to do in there in the first place, she probably wouldn't have had a black eye. And then
Nice.
everyone laughed again.
So.
And
Now-
people didn't think that was funny.
Before you tell me what's going on, that joke is way too old for him to be dusting off in 2023. He deserves whatever backlash is coming. I think that's every
That's-
kid's funniest joke once they go through puberty. That's not going to
Yes.
work. Why are women's feet smaller? So they can stand closer to the sink. Like, you put that on a special, dude, you deserve to lose.
You're a professional
That's
comedian?
kind of like the only true criticism I've heard of this joke is like, okay, that's a little bit like we've done that joke before. We've been doing that joke since like the 70s. We have done that. So like, I think this special just didn't go over well, and now he's upset.
Well, and then like what always happens is it
That's
turns into
like-
a big political game of like he has to now go on podcasts and say like, yeah, people are mad, but I just do comedy, man. That's just my truth. If you don't like it, go somewhere. And then everybody's like, you shouldn't be. And it's like, everybody chill. It's a dumb
Well,
joke. He wasn't
it's
that
kinda
funny.
like,
Remember, I told you I shut his special off before he was famous. So
No, he's
suck
had a
my
few
dick.
specials that have never gotten recognition.
It's kind of like Gringo Poppy, Brendan Schaub's special that
Oh,
just
boy.
sucked dick. If you're gonna have that big of a platform and you're gonna do basically a knock joke on your special, you deserve to lose.
Right. Or if you're gonna do something like that, then make it sick. Because like I remember Bert telling a story about Doug Stanhope. Like he called Doug Stanhope, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm just working on knock jokes." And then Bert always talks about how cool that is, because it is cool as a professional comedian to be like, "Oh, do knock jokes, do like this classic stuff, but we could probably make it better because it's our art form." But if you are going to have a professional comedy special on Netflix, you're going to have to be funny. I tried to tell Chris Rock that with that thing he did a while back. I tried to tell Matt Rife that
You
with
really
every
didn't like
special
that,
he's ever
did
had.
you?
Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. If
I
you want to
think-
preach, go to a
I
church.
think
That's
he
what I'm
was too
saying.
loud, but I kind of enjoyed it. I like the part where he calls Will Smith's wife a bitch.
Well, that's why everybody liked it, dude. And
Ain't
somebody's
nobody
got to call
picking
spade a
on
spade.
this bitch.
Oh, and more shit's going on with our king Willard Smith too, dude. What's going on
Whoa.
there?
Who with Wiley?
They're saying they caught him having homosexual relations. I think with.
He went on this lady's podcast that just was successfully sued for defamation by Cardi B, which is extremely hard. To be successfully sued for defamation is like
By,
unheard
Well,
of.
and it's
Somebody
got to
in
be
public.
hard to be Cardi B. She sucks.
That's Katie's queen.
Yeah. Well, she's not. She's one of the queens. She's not my queen. She is a queen. We'll agree to disagree. But to just be successfully win a defamation case is unheard of. Like only like 1% of, because you have to.
You can do that
prove-
if you're not famous.
I think Amber
But
Heard
famous
just
people
lost
don't
one of
get
those
to win
cases.
those.
I don't. You have to. Well, you have to prove that you knew that the information that you were saying was wrong. Like, so there's all these like legal loopholes and stuff, and so it's really hard. This lady who actually lost.
I think in the court profession they call it legal jargon.
Is that what they do?
So you're saying you have to jump
well,
into
thanks for adding that,
legal jargon.
Yeah, probably. But
because I know about this.
This guy just went on and said that he walked into Will Smith getting murdered.
Oh, that's what he said?
Yes, by his coworker.
Yeah, but he wasn't
that's
talking
my
about
favorite. I'm gonna start saying it that way.
It was nuts. Like it's 5 minutes of him just be like, he was getting murdered, like absolutely murdered.
Nice.
That's hilarious. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with these celebrities, dude, but they're not hanging on. Who is doing good?
I think there's an exchange rate. I think for a certain level of fame, you have to trade all the things you wouldn't do. I think the more famous you get as a man, the more penis has to be involved. I don't know what the exact exchange rate is, but I think it plays into it.
Like you can't bake a cake without flour, you know?
Yeah, and you can't be famous
you can't get super famous and successful
and I actually
not
think
like
what
sacrifice.
I just said applies to men and women. You can't be famous without a dick. It catches up with all of them.
That's right, dude. It does catch up with us. It's always knocking, too. Hello? Jesus Christ, dude, more dick. But
and I think that Jamie Foxx is a perfect example of what Will Smith should have been. Oh, Will Smith's the fucking Wish app version of Jamie Foxx, dude.
He kind of is Wish Jamie Foxx. And we were talking the other day about how Will Smith, now that we've seen him like live a whole life, and we got to witness the whole thing, and I've loved him the whole time. But you want to talk about a guy that's just worn a mask for his entire like celebrity persona, his whole life is just like this character that he plays on Snapchats and fucking interviews.
I think his identity is the character for sure.
That's what I mean, and that's like the scariest trap you can fall into as a human being.
Could you imagine being him when he lays down at night? Oh God, the uncertainty, not knowing who the fuck you are.
Yeah, you're
all
just
that
this
fame
character that you created.
Good God.
Did y'all see that thing of him like trying to lose weight?
No,
that was one of the single most discouraging things I've ever seen like another human go through. It's like a little documentary he did on trying to get back in shape. And the one cool thing about it is it's so human. It's so raw. But it's like you're watching the Will Smith. Oh, really? And it's every single thing he tries to do just like horribly fails.
From Wild
and
Wild
the background,
West to Wild Wild Worst, huh?
Yeah.
It's weird, dude.
It's so sad.
Dude. Wicca Wild Wild. Wicca Wild Worst. That's our boy. But like, what do you mean he fails at it? Like he tries to lift something up and like can't, or
sort of. He'll like try to run like a certain amount of miles and he doesn't do it, and then he tries to cut a bunch of calories and then he binges the next day, or he like it's just everything and he tries to lose this weight and he doesn't lose it, so then he'll just be like, yeah, I'm a fat piece of shit. I'm so mad at myself, so now I'm gonna starve myself for the next week, and then he still will gain weight and he'll be like, you guys gotta watch it.
Okay, we're gonna have to fire that up.
It's one of the most like.
I will watch anything with Will Smith.
I think it's honestly probably one of my favorite things I've ever seen like a celebrity put out, just because it's so like I've been through a lot of those steps, you know, of being like, shit, I didn't get this number and now I'm so, but it's really fascinating to see a celebrity spiral so hard when they've got like he's got this personal trainer who's like
it
trying
is fun to
push.
watch. We know that.
It's honestly, I wish it was more fun because like I left watching that feeling pretty bummed out. It wasn't like, but I don't know. It's worth a watch. And it's,
but Yancey would watch it and feel like $1 million.
Probably.
The way you watch it and feel bad is the way that you use your phone for yourself. Is how I would watch that and feel good. I'm like, shit, I could be that fucking loser.
I disassociate, so I like to watch Will Smith fail in his weight loss journey.
Yeah, I walk out to the shop. Let's change a coil, huh? Good day.
But yeah, I don't know. Will Smith's fun, and then like other Denzel Washington is cool too. So.
I truly, and I'll die on this mountain. Shane Gillis is the fucking next Ron White. I swear, he is everything is
bigger.
Funny. But Matt McCusker is so much goddamn funnier than him. It blows my fucking mind.
There's no so you know how it's like the come for Shane, stay for Matt type of thing. That's exactly what you're saying. She's still in the beginning stages because she goes, Shane's way funnier. Matt, annoys me. And I go, yeah, I
Matt-
annoy a lot of people, sweetheart.
Matt
This
can
is
be
just
annoying,
part of the
but
genius.
he riffs constantly. Shane will have like a good 2-sentence, tell a story, hit the punchline, and the whole time Matt's just throwing fucking zingers.
Yeah,
the
dude, he
whole
doesn't
fucking
stop.
time. He doesn't quit.
His brain's fucking goes.
The za? Who calls pizza the za? In the midst, I was listening this morning. Shane was talking about how Phil. I listened to the Phil highlights, and Shane was talking about how Phil had a cold and was just touching all the pizza. And Matt goes, "Oh shit, he's putting his hands all over the za, dude." Who says that? That's fucking hilarious.
Doesn't it make
Oh,
everything
Phil
more
wouldn't quit
fun?
touching the za, huh?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Well, anyway, what else going on with you? Or do you want to fucking interrogate this poor woman?
What do you want to know?
You've been working and 3 on 1 off. How
We've
many
been
weeks
doing
down? How
good.
many more to go?
I'm going to say this. I don't know, because Tyler and Dustin, it's Fugazi. Who knows? I know when I'm supposed to leave. I don't know if I will. They're talking about maybe I go home a week earlier or maybe a week later. We don't know, dude. You've been at Synergy. You know how it works. Tyler's a trickster. Oh, who's the Smith from the LDS religion? Was it Joseph. Smith? The guy that read the plates? He was a trickster. And I think Tyler relates to him a lot because he'll tell you things and then different things will happen. He'll be like, oh, you're going home Tuesday. And then Monday will hit and he'll be like, how about Wednesday? And you're just like, there's weird thing happens where you're like, I would love to go home Wednesday. And then you're just sitting in the shower going, why the fuck am I here till Wednesday?
Well, I don't know how
so I don't
Tyler's
know when I'm
like
going home.
He's got like 80 people around that he's got a carrot dangling in front of and a stick behind. And it's like, how do you have so many arms to do carrots and sticks with everybody all the time? But he pulls it off.
He does it the best. I've never met anyone that does it better.
It's very impressive. But what did you just say that made me want to tell you a cool story?
Was it about LDS religion? Was it about being tricked
and
or
I
when
think
we're going home?
It was LDS. I think the South Park does like a really good episode about it. And maybe everybody knows this. But my favorite Mormon Joseph Smith fact is that he read the tablets, transcribed them. God gave them to him, and he's like, I'm the only one that can read them. I got this. And then he transcribed them all, and that transcription either like got lost or burned in a fire or something. And he's like, fuck. Okay, I'll just do it again. And so like another miracle tablet showed up, and then he like transcribed it again. And it's like, bruh, you suck so bad.
I think
you can't
Daniel
just start
Tosh
over.
had the best joke about the whole thing. He said, if you're going to base your whole life off a religion, at least do it off one that's not old enough for my grandpa to go, yeah, that didn't happen.
True. Here's another thing. What's good with building your own culty religion, but then also like having the most restrictive and sort of fundamentalist beliefs? Because if you're going to build your own culty religion, wouldn't you do a little more free love, a little more drugs, a little more sin?
Well, maybe that's
Know what I'm
because
saying?
we do a little more sin and a little more drugs than the people that built the religion. Here's what
Yeah,
I
but
will
they
say.
have-
There's not a Mormon on the face of the earth that is having half the fun I've already had at 30 by the time they're 70. The fuck out of here.
Really?
Did you ever taken acid
You-
and laid with
you don't
someone you
think
love? Judas.
You don't think that constantly having peace and a communication with your creator is as much fun as freaking doing blow at 23 years old?
Dude,
Here's
it's a
my
fast
problem
track
with
to
it.
meet your creator on 4 tabs of acid.
Yeah.
Here's
You'll
my
meet
problem
your
with it.
creator immediately.
I grew up in a super Mormon family. Grandfather was a bishop. I mean, the works. And behind closed doors, everyone's fucking, there's prescription pills, fucking cheating on each other, all this shit. And it's like,
True.
well, how about we stop? Why don't we talk about the problem and quit putting on the mask every Sunday, huh?
True, and there's an ancient sort of spiritual idea that darkness has no place in the light. So it does worry me when you have a sect of people where all their sin is hidden and behind closed doors. And I do have respect for people like you who pretty much on your sleeve all the time.
For sure. And also, my other problem with it is I fucking love everyone. If there is something in your beliefs that make you think someone's not deserving of what you're deserving of, I'm already out. Doesn't make sense to me. It's not. My ex-girlfriend, Haley, her fucking grandparents would always tell her brother killed himself. And when she was sad about it, her grandma would say shit like, well, he's not even going to the celestial kingdom with us. What does it matter?
Yo, and that's like not
who are you?
That's not the creator of the universe speaking through a woman. You know what I mean? That's not the almighty universal sound that connects us and fucking
And
makes us one
who
consciousness.
knows? I could be wrong, but I'm going to keep fucking ripping beers and hanging out with sluts, dude. Someone's got to love them. It'll be my job till they meet their maker, I guess.
Oh, and that reminds me, do you want to talk about your love situation?
Yeah, I put a
'Cause
bitch on ice today, hard.
Hell yeah, dude. Like you killed her and
Yeah,
then
and-
put her in a freezer?
Yeah, you rape kill shack, but don't bring that up on the pod. Statute of limitations. It's a whole thing. Anyways, our Berkeley girl, dude. Fuck it, I'll say her name. The 24-year-old. We've been talking for 2 fucking months. She's hung out with me every set of days off, and it's like, no, I don't think so. No, you haven't been around for this. I don't even think.
Well,
I've
like,
showed
have
you a
I
picture.
heard about her?
I think so. I've been calling her the 24-year-old.
Okay.
I think that was on the last pod.
Not the one
But-
you dated.
No, that was Meg.
No, the young girl you dated was also named Meg.
No, that was. All right, well, this makes it
Jeez.
sound bad. I don't like this. We can
I
edit
know it's
all that
hard,
shit
bro.
out.
But
Jesus
sorry,
Christ.
we got a 24-year-old, 2 months
She was
going
brief.
good.
We loved her a ton. She didn't last. She didn't make the cut. She's out. She's probably doing great things for other people, just not for me.
Certainly.
We've been talking. We met on Tinder. Hate that, but it is what
Nah,
it
that's
is. You
where
got to
love
do what
goes.
you got to do in the streets. And she's a sweetheart. She's fucking 24, no kids. She just split up with a guy a year ago that had 4 kids, so she's already fit for the stepmommy role. We know this. And she works at a bank. Fucking make it to loan rider so we can get a house. And so we've been talking for like 2 months, and she keeps implying something more serious. So I've been thinking about it for the last 2 weeks. Like, all right, she wants. Can I give her what she wants, or is it time to say, well, it's probably ain't gonna work out?
Okay.
And so I decided, yes, I could definitely date this girl. I'd be happy to settle down, keep it just with her, figure out, and at least try it anyways.
Well,
So
what we
today,
okay.
I shoot that shot, and she goes, I would love that too. We'll just have to see how things play out.
But you were implying that you wanted me to move a little more seriously into
So
the future.
we're all upset, right? That's not going to work for us. And what I wanted to say, which I didn't, I said fair enough was my response. What I wanted to say was, do you think I've gotten to where I've got to in my life, seeing how things play out? You fucking dumb. Gonna see how it plays out. Dreams without goals are just dreams, you dumb bitch. You think I'm talking to you all day, every day, so we can see how it plays out? You out of your fucking mind. Every month when you want the mortgage paid, you think I'm gonna see how that plays out, or I'm gonna go make sure it fucking happens? The fuck are you
Dude,
talking
and
about?
if there's one thing I know about you, you're the type of guy who likes to hop on a horse and grab the reins right away, dude. You don't hop on behind the saddle and squeeze
Yeah,
onto
you ain't
somebody and
shit.
see where it goes. you
You
know what I'm
ain't
saying?
shitting. We'll see how things play out. Did you just get out of middle school? What the fuck did you just say?
So you're telling me things are a little rocky, but just for the moment, maybe.
Yeah, I just kind of quit talking to her for the day. I don't know. I don't like to say I'm razor sharp with my tongue when I'm. I don't mean to be, but like you said, I wear it on my sleeve. So if I'm feeling something, I'll say it, and I can't unsay it. And sometimes when I say it, it hurts a lot, and people don't want to talk to me anymore.
You like to
So-
put a little distance between your reaction, which is like
Had
just a
to.
wise thing that you've learned. Yeah.
Had to. I
Dude,
wanted
what
to use the C word. Who do you talk to like that? When your boss tells you got something to do, you go, well, we'll see how it plays out. Yeah. Is that why you're living at your parents' house, you fucking idiot?
You know what would be helpful would be if we came up with a list of words that are like swear words but not exactly that mean.
Bro, that
And then
might
we can-
change my life.
Like dolphin noise.
Yeah, dude. Well,
I've
you can't do the
been-
dolphin noise when you want to call a girl a cunt.
I've been saying dadgummit.
What you been saying?
Dadgummit. Or
And it makes you
dagnabbit.
feel. Does it make you feel like a damn prospector?
Doesn't feel as good as saying cunt.
Dude, I'm
I
filling
also,
this camper
speaking
up
of
a cigarette.
prospectors, I'm glad you said that. I've been ripping a Henry Chiggins at Breydan a lot lately.
I don't know Henry Chiggins. I looked him up.
Will Ferrell from Saturday Night Live. He plays that old prospector.
That's
I'm
right.
Henry Chiggins.
That's right. Can we hit a pause? I think we have about an hour in
Yep.
the tank, and if we can run another like 15, 30.
No, that'd be
I'm just
perfect.
gonna-
Can I go smoke first?